co-chairs. This is really an important panel to put together, and I agree with Representative Franco's learned a lot. Just want to sort of, a lot has been said and maybe even answered. Just pick up on a point that Ms. Boyd just made, and we'll hopefully get some response to it. A point that all of you all have made about the disparity and just say in breast cancer among African American women. I think Dr. Adams Campbell made the point that while we are less likely to get cancer, when we do, we're much more likely to face mortality rates because we are diagnosed much later, and that there are so many institutional problems with that. We all know that stories explain this better than anything. And a couple of years ago, I went to get a breast exam, and the doctor knew I was a member of Congress and said, we looked at the mammogram and you are someone with dense breast tissue. And I didn't know that I had dense breast tissue. It's not like I'm real heavy. And that African-American women tend to have more dense breast tissue, but the kind of exam, and we're not sure of what we did or did not see. So we need to do, I guess you called it a 3D mammogram, but it's going to cost you $1,000 more. And your insurance doesn't pay for it. You could, any kind of bias. I don't know whether this is something new or whether people just assumed that I couldn't afford to do it, because I'm sure I didn't have that kind of insurance prior to this visit. And of course, I don't want to look like a dork or a dummy and say, no, I don't want this. But I was wondering all along, where can we make this intervention? I mean, is it the PBMs? Is it, when the doctor says, I really want to do this test because I'm not sure why are insurance companies able to overrule what a doctor says? And that, so when we talk about all the solutions, getting more education to people, doing more clinical trials, what good does it do you to have information like, oh, voila, Black women have dense breast tissue when a Black woman comes in, and you automatically don't give her the test?